Why a land agent? So you want to sell your farm, the timing's right, the market is there, but then you find out your tenant won't let anybody on the property. That happened, and it cost the family months of time and real money. Here's what you need to know. In Iowa, giving somebody permission to hunt your land does not fall under the Iowa tenancy laws. It does not give them the same protection a farming tenant has. It gives them rights to hunt, and that's it. No right to bring others on the property, no right to the property beyond that specific purpose. And if that agreement is verbal, the landowner can terminate it at will. You notify them, and that's it. It's done. Here's where it gets complicated. Once those hunting rights are written into a contract, especially when that contract is tied to a farm lease, the rules change entirely. Now you're operating under Iowa farm tenancy laws. Iowa law requires written termination notice before September 1st. Miss that window and the agreement carries into the next calendar year, period. A non-compliant tenant who understands that has leverage, even if they're told verbally that the family intended to sell. A family that wanted to sell, they had a farming tenant. Hunting rights were written to the same lease. The family verbally notified the tenant they planned to sell. But because the September 1st written termination window had passed, the tenant used that to his advantage. He refused access to the property for any photography, refused to cooperate with the sale process, and made clear he would sign a written termination in February once hunting season was over, if the family agreed to his terms. We sought legal counsel, and that was the only path forward. The property sat off market for several months while this tenant could do whatever they want, and a softening market, a real cost to that family. Here's the point. Restricted land use affects land value. A buyer who can't hunt the property the first of the year is going to price that into their offer or have no interest at all. A farmer who can't farm it is going to walk away. Cousin Jimmy doesn't know these rights or laws. He just shows up in his Volvo ready to take his cell phone pictures, making a bad situation worse. A land agent understands the Iowa tenancy laws, farm tenancy protections, and how lease structures can tie your hands before a listing ever goes live. Without that knowledge going in, you risk making the situation worse, causing friction with the tenant before you understand what rights actually exist, and turning a complicated situation into one that is even harder to resolve. And that's why you need a land agent.